And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Ryan Tannehill will be orchestrating the offense, the top 10 pick back in 2012.
A terrific athlete, started at wide receiver before becoming the starting quarterback at Texas A&M, and also took his studies pretty seriously as well. He was a biology major at Texas A&M, planned to become an orthopedic surgeon, but being the 8th pick in the NFL draft, that paid just a little bit better.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Brought him down.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. It's a gain of 6, but not enough as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Back deep, Julian Edelman. Corral him, he fights through. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So excellent starting field position here for the Chargers. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
When he came out of college, I thought his best attribute was being able to break the pocket and make plays in the open field. But watching him develop over the years, you see a guy who can stand in the pocket and deliver excellent throws into tight windows.
First down, Prescott. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And McCaffrey, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Prescott from the gun. Going deep here for Edelman. That's going to be caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Julian Edelman. 43 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On first down, Tannehill. Get the connection there. It's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And this is recovered by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Now to try to add the extra point, the lefty Anderson. And it's good to make it 14-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And caught up and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
On the play. Recovered.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set him back 5.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. Prescott off play action. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down and 20.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, he'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
First down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Brings up second.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, and this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 2-yard touchdown grab. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this complete to Henry over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
(21-0) our score after 1.
Chargers 21, Rams nothing.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
By the Chargers. They'll take over.
And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick.
Prescott's pass.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. If second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Ty Long in.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Edelman set to return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. And going deep for Hill. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And picked up by the Chargers. And they're going to score on the final return. Touchdown, LA.
Touchdown, LA.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now Pollard. And he loses the football a second time.
Play recovered by the receiving team.
Here comes the Charger defense now as they get set back out there. And of these highlights that we show here, I think the big thing to put an asterisk next to, 3 fumbles.
Swarming, swooping, making it happen, knocking the ball free. So many teams work on it, but you don't see it work quite as well as we're seeing here in this game. And they mix in taking one out of the air a little bit too. This team is swarming like crazy and making big plays.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a good problem for it. You've got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tannehill. taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again is Tannehill. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. To the air again, Tannehill.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit out a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to a fine first half from Dak Prescott. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Ty Long set to kick off.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Number 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Prescott on first down. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
And you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey down. He's got a man. Complete. Down. A big pick.
Yards on the play.
Ball in the air, and it certainly doesn't hurt. Go up and complete that play.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is caught. It's Edelman. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's Pollard. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. Short pass caught by Henry. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Back to throw, Tannehill. He's got his man, that's Landry. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Tannehill looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Tannehill. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 38-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Tannehill throwing again. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Julius Peppers, yes, he still has it. Give him the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though. 3rd and long. Now it's Tannehill. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
At the 29-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Anderson on for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On 1st and 10, Tannehill quickly into the hands of Beckham. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he fouled it. It's on the ground. And picked up by the Chargers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Rams ready to go on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll run with a longtime Buccaneer. It's Mike Alstott. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least 1 blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute, because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.